Hey guys, this is Shaft of the Clinic Casting Crew, and welcome to the Union of America's StarCraft 2 Team League. This is day number 7, I believe, and wow, we have had some awesome matches so far. Today we have Clarity Gaming against Clarity Gaming Academy. Now, this is a really interesting kind of dynamic that's about to happen here. But first, let me introduce my co-caster who's been kind enough to lend his stream. Representing Team SMI, it's Nexius. How
Hey,
you
how's it
doing?
going?
Going great, man. Going great. So I'm really excited to be hopping into these games. It looks like we're going to be going into the first match. So if you want to play our loading video, let's go ahead and get this started.
Okay, will do. Okay, we are good to go. So if you want to go ahead and introduce the players.
Awesome, I appreciate it. Here on the top right-hand side of Star Station, representing Clarity Gaming. I'm actually not sure because they're both using the Clarity Gaming tag. If this guy is Academy or not, can you let me know?
Yeah, that's the regular Clarity Gaming.
Okay, so this is actually representing normal Clarity Gaming. God, that's going to be confusing. It's the purple Zergy McFerguson Psycho. And here on the bottom left-hand side, playing for the Academy, it's our red Zergy McPoo-Poo, Mr. Silky. So, as I was saying, this is going to be Clarity Gaming's Academy versus the normal Clarity Gaming. Now, we can just refer to one as CG, one as Academy. No problem, no problem. But the interesting part here is that CGAcademy, what is essentially a B team, is the rank number 1 team in this league right now. Their A team, however, is rank 3. So there's a bet going on within the Clarity Gaming team, and I'm not even kidding you. A friend of mine was telling me about this. It may just be a joke, but either way, it's really interesting to think about. There's a bet going on. If Academy wins tonight, they're the new A team. What do you think about that, guys? Please discuss it in chat. We're paying attention.
I think that would be quite interesting. Seeing all the awesome players that are on Clarity Gaming just completely get subbed out and just be demoted to Academy. I think they would be pretty sour about that. So it would be pretty funny to see that happen. And I actually think that I'm going to be rooting for the Academy, but no bias here. So I'm just going to be continuing to cast the game, see how they go, and there is a really early gas for the purple Zerg player, so he will have his speed really early, much earlier than the red Zerg player, as he is just getting up his gas now.
Yeah, the real big difference that you will notice with speed, or with an extractor first like that, is the difference in metabolic speed and the delay on the pull. For instance, you're going to notice that for a while, Red will pull a lead with drone count because he didn't get that gas. He got his queen a little bit earlier, etc., etc. But Psycho will have map presence in the form of ling speed and be able to kind of bully his opponent around and maybe poke and prod and get in some information, whereas opponent's going to be playing a little more defensive, a little more in the dark.
Yeah, and we do actually see a Baneling Nest going down for Psycho, so it seems like he is going to be going for some sort of either defensive Banelings or probably aggressive, actually. On the timing of that speed, I would think that it's more on the aggressive, but we'll have to find out because we don't see anything aggressive coming out in the production tab so far.
Well, it's interesting because we actually have Silky going for a really quick layer. This is a 5-minute layer where you usually see layer 6.5, 7 minutes. I'm wondering if he's, well, my initial thought was Mutalisk, but in second thought, there's no reason to get Mutalisk this early. This would be super greedy. You're not going to have the mineral or gas income to really sustain that. What do you think he's going to do a Nidus play?
It could be a Nidus. It also could be Fast Ultralisk. No, I'm kidding. It could be something like a Nidus, maybe some roaches or something, but I'm pretty sure you have to get your roach numbers up. Actually, there is the roach warning going down. So I do not think at all this is going to be Mutalisk. It could be a Nidus play, but we will need to see more gases go down for that because Nidus is really, really heavy on the gas. He doesn't even have enough gas for a Nidus right now.
3 Evo.
Because there's a lot of lings on the way coming across the map very fast, and there are 4 banelings morphing in right now. And
Yeah, that's got to be the reason for this 3 Evo play here. Is going to go ahead and give him this nice little wall off, even if he loses his queen, which he does have a transfuse nearly. Here we go, 1 energy, 1 energy. Yeah, he's going to be able to get a transfuse off if that evolution, if that Roach Warren finishes. All right, and then that's going to force the Lings back. He's probably going to come in here with the Banelings, or did he cancel the Banelings?
um,
Ah, he has canceled the Banelings and took a third, rather. That's a really good adaptation. He's obviously not going to be able to get into this natural cost efficiently. So since he's forced his opponent to turtle up, his opponent won't be able to be aggressive, which is all the more reason to go here for this third base. I really like this kind of style by Psycho.
Yeah, and this is a really, really fast roach speed. That means that whatever he gets to defend right now, he can be on the aggressive immediately with roaches because his opponent will not have roach speed at all, and he can just, go and do whatever damage, and if it gets too dicey, then he can just always run away. Um, Yet,
Beautiful.
he's not going to be able to take a third anytime soon because he needs to get out a good force to deal with those lings, and they are just going to be running around in that giant open space, and he doesn't quite have enough, but a few more roaches should clean these lings up and let him open up to get his third, but that larva is really going to benefit the purple Zerg player in this, and he's just now getting his layer, actually. I just noticed that it's going to be finishing soon, but it's
Well, yeah.
not going
Well,
to be.
he dedicated so much to that early aggression, followed by that early economy. The one thing he was really lacking was tech. So yeah, that's definitely set him behind a little bit. I think that this is going to give Silky an opportunity to use his good tech, his good economy to his advantage. Ooh,
He might
nice
get the
round here.
cancel.
Nope,
No, he's
no
not going to
cancel.
get it.
Nice, but this is going to give Silky an opportunity to hit a timing attack, I feel, because his opponent's got to stay economic and he's got to get some more tech. But there's going to be a point where he's trying to get to that, where Red could really attack into that. Now, it actually looks like he may be doing that just now.
Yeah, he's going to be marching across the map right now. I'm not sure if that's to save this Overlord or to, because that Overlord is extremely low, or to put on some pressure, but it does look like he can get done a good amount of damage. Still no Ling speed, leaving a couple roaches over his third so those Lings don't run by and do any damage. But it looks like he is going to get some damage done here. I'm not sure how much, but there are a lot of roach reinforcements coming out now, and it looks like
Yeah, his best decision would be to just target down that queen and get back, I feel. But he does have a advantage as far as upgrades are concerned. His opponent's 0-0, where he does have the +1 ranged attack. He's doing a good job moving back weakened roaches, but most of his army's in the red
Oh.
now, so he's going to want to go home.
yeah, a couple roaches actually getting trapped there, and a lot of them actually near dead, and losing 2 roaches that he actually didn't have to because they got a little stuck by the AI there, and that's kind of unfortunate. But the drone count right now is 59 now to 52, so purple is slightly in the lead, but in ZVZ there's so much comeback availability because tech is so important. So if somebody gets a Hydralisk and defends a push and then gets on the aggressive with Hydralisk and then your opponent doesn't have Hydralisk, that can be a very big deal.
Yeah, and then you'll eventually see a transition into basically free units, either broodlings or in the form of brood lords or swarm hosts with their locus. Free units definitely the metagame right now in ZVZ.
Yeah, I feel like Roach Hydra Swarmhost is definitely a good mid-game plan in this matchup, but it seems like he's trying to be aggressive, but he can't really do that because, if he pokes in too far and then gets trapped when he's trying to do some damage, then he's going to lose all those roaches, and then a counter push would be extremely deadly in this form. The creep spread is
Behind all
good,
the
though.
Behind all this aggression, he has actually been droning a lot better than his opponent. He's consistently been ahead on the workers count without really getting any worker kills or getting any leads. It's literally raw mechanics giving him that lead.
Yeah, well, actually, Red just took the Worker League in one big wave of drones. He built like 10 or 11 drones right there, so
Yeah.
does have the
He's
lead
still
right
getting
now.
2 or 3 other times, but it's only for like brief moments. We'll see if this continues to be so. Thing is, Silky does have that +2 attack. His opponent going to be finishing it in just a second, so he had a timing window. He's missed it, but he could still definitely take a fourth. Now there is that aggression here at the third base. I love how he's parking these roaches behind the mineral line. This basically makes it so he can get a few extra drone kills, and he also scouted that Hydralisk then.
Yeah. And he actually has a lot more roaches coming out. He got out about 9 hydras, and that's good because that's going to be a lot of DPS added into the army against a pure roach army, that is. So he does have a little bit less supply, but with those hydras in the back, he should be able to ward this off as long as he keeps the hydras in the back, which he's trying to do right now.
They're not very tanky. One good wave of roach attacks and the Hydras are gone.
Yeah.
Nice zoom out. Wow.
Yeah,
Haha.
these zooms
So
are pretty fun.
they are, man. I love the things that they're doing to the camera system now. They're really taking esports as a spectator sport to a whole new level.
Yeah. And, you know,
So,
there are a lot of hydras on the way right now, which could
mhm.
make this extremely deadly because he already has groove spines, I believe.
it's
Does
all
he?
it's all really gonna come down to the positioning, because if the hydras are able to be targeted down by his opponent's roaches, then obviously the hydras are not going to be that good. But if he can keep his roaches in front of his own hydras, then he's going to be in a beautiful situation, and it'll come down to the hydralisk numbers. The hydralisks just are so frail, man.
Yeah. And this is kind of interesting. I actually noticed that he's going for hydra speed before hydra range, and that's kind of unusual in my experience because you definitely want to have that range. When being a defender, you want to be able to sit back and defend, but he
Hmm.
definitely wants that speed. Maybe he's planning on being aggressive and being able to
Yeah,
retreat, but
I think it's partially due to being able to retreat, but I think a lot of Zerg players these days are finding that because your Hydralisks are so frail, you need the ability to shuffle them back a little bit. Imagine Marines against Banelings if they couldn't do stem pack splits. That's exactly what a Hydralisk is in a lot of ways. So players are kind of favoring that movement speed opposed to the range.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, the army's splitting up right now. This could be a good opportunity for. Nah, he's not gonna see it. He probably can see it now with the
Well, I
tower, but
actually think that might have improved Red's concave there. He would have been able to approach from two sides, really flank that army. I'm
yeah,
not sure whether attacking into that would have been the best move there for Purple, but I guess we'll never know. Now, he is going to be on low the ramp, so that definitely is not a good position.
yeah.
This fourth is like super hard to hold on this map. That's one of the big downsides to this. The third and the fourth on Star Station, really hard to hold.
Yeah, and this is actually, he's kind of trapped right now. He can't move up the ramp. He is losing a lot of overlords, sitting at 186 out of 160 supply. He's going to try to attack up the ramp, but I'm not sure how well this is going to work because this isn't the greatest position for him. Hydra's doing so much DPS in the
He's
back.
also 40 supply behind. Wow.
Yeah,
The numbers are just telling the tale here. Silky staying on top of his production. 24 roaches on the way. He's still got every single Hydralisk alive, it seems like. So as long as he doesn't get hit by roaches up the ass, he's going to be perfectly fine. He is going to kill this fourth. He's established his own fourth. He's ready to go home. He's going to leave a couple of roaches there, but he's sending the Hydralisk exactly where they need to be. Back, 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 back. Well, he's right here on the edge of creep. I don't know if that's the best decision.
yeah, right now the army supply is, well, the army supply that's at the battle is favoring Psycho right now, but as the reinforcements stream down, that's so many Hydras, that's so much DPS, I don't think he can deal
Let's
with it.
talk numbers here. We're actually at 130 army supply for Silky and only 66 right now for Psycho.
Yeah, the reinforcements are going to put him in his grave, and there's the
GG.
GG.
Nails in the coffin. Dude, excellent game. Looks like the Academy taking the early lead there for 1-0.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I did not expect that at all, but I am quite happy with that because that was a really impressive game, and I hope to see more impressive games from the Academy. Kind of being the underdog in this, but they might pull it
Absolutely.
off.
Well, guys, I just took a look at the viewer count. We're currently sitting at 37 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is an honor and a privilege to cast for you guys tonight. This is the UASL day number 8. That's the Union of America's StarCraft 2 Team League. We're doing CG Clarity Gaming versus Clarity Gaming Academy, and right now the Academy's teaching the teachers, guys. It's kind of interesting here. Academy is actually both ahead in this series as well as in the entire league. So Clarity Gaming, the A team, they need a win.
Yeah. This is kind of like when you go to school and you start teaching your math teacher math problems. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Little bit, little bit. That's when they either suspend you or promote you because they don't want to deal with you. But that being said, let's give you a little information on what's going on in the tournament here because this is a best of seven format. It's a variation of a German pro team format. Basically, here's how it works. Because the Academy won that match, they will send up first player. They're gonna, even though they won it, Silky does not get to play again. They're gonna send up a brand new, fresh player, and then Clarity Gaming's A team will have the ability to take a look at that player, say, "Hey, I'm gonna snipe you with this guy, and I want to do it on this map." So that's gonna be the way this proceeds. The winning team will always field the first player. Losing team gets map choice and player choice thereafter. At the seventh match, the ace match, you're allowed to recycle one player if you so choose, but maps are never recycled. So we're just going to be taking care of a couple of administration duties. If you are, in the chat room, you're enjoying what you like, please let us know. If you have any questions, feedback, suggestions, anything like that, please also post them there. We're definitely listening. Now, Nexius, I got a question for you, bro.
yeah, what's up?
So, say you had the opportunity to buy a drink for anyone in history, real or fictional. Who would it be and why?
I'm curious. I'm curious to what your answer would be. Let me think about that for a second.
Let me think about it. God, no one's ever asked me back.
Yeah. I think mine would probably be I don't know. Let me think about it for a second.
I got you. See, the problem is I don't drink. It's against my religion. So that's a little bit harder. But
Yeah. Against your religion.
yeah. Well, guys in chat, feel free to chime in with your own opinions. I actually just got mine, Nikola Tesla.
Okay.
I just want to find out the secrets of wireless electricity.
Okay. Artosis.
Okay. Okay. You don't really need to explain why for that one.
Yeah. I would love to have a drink with Dan and just discuss GSL and how all that stuff works. I'm really interested in it. And
I'm actually planning on moving to Korea and casting Code A. Like, that is my future.
that would be awesome.
It's that or fail and die trying.
Yeah.
I've literally dropped out of the university to cast full time, so
Yeah.
it's a dream. Hopefully, it will come true. But if I get the opportunity, man, I'll buy him that drink for you and then send you the bill.
You can't say you're gonna buy the drink and then send me the bill. That's like completely going back on everything as you say it.
Well, you said you wanted to buy him a drink. I'll give you the opportunity. You didn't say you had to be there.
I wanted to be there. That's the whole point. I said I wanted to talk to him. What are you gonna do? Give him the phone and have me? No.
Yeah.
Right, let's
Hey,
see.
man,
I'll
God
share
invented
message.
cell phones for a reason. Damn it.
This is true. Uh, Paperboat for strikers.
All
Paperboat.
right.
Okay.
I'm
Paperboat
gonna have
versus
to
a
figure
leash.
out. I'm gonna have to figure out some way of keeping these guys straight in my head when I'm doing these introductions, man.
Yeah. Okay. So we have Paperboat versus a leash. It's a really
Which one's Academy?
a leash is A team and Paperboat's Academy.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Hey, Bonkaroonie. I love that guy. Apparently, metaphorically, does not.
Paperboat. Oh, here he is. I was trying to find him. I was like, where the hell is he? Okay, a leash. Where's a leash?
Paper boat. I'm floating along in a
Oh.
paper boat.
All right. So I don't know what race. All right, so it looks like Paperboat is Zerg. Gonna have to find out what matchup we are. If it's gonna be another ZVZ, I might. That would suck, but
I like ZVZ.
okay. So we do have a Terran versus Zerg.
Okay, cool. Well, apparently, shout out to Digit Padre who would buy a drink for Ho Chi Minh. I can't blame you there, dude. I think that might have changed the entire outcome of the war.
Okay. We're gonna be starting this game, and it is a TVZ. On Belshire Vestige, which is always a fun map, and it is really, really standard. Like, it's not one of those maps that you can point out any imbalances on. Like, Akalon Waste, yeah, it's really easy for Toss to get a early third and then just kind of turtle behind it. But this map is actually probably the most balanced map in the map pool. We actually call it Balance Sheer Vestige, or Swag Sheer Vestige, or, you know, just fun little names. And it is a really, probably one of my favorite maps. Besides versus Terran, because drops are ridiculous. But anyway, go ahead and introduce the players.
Absolutely. Here on the top left-hand side of Balance Here Vestige, we have playing for the Academy. It's the Green Zergy McFerguson, a paper boat! And here on the bottom right-hand side of the very same map, in a classic matchup that takes me back to the glory days of Brood War, it's the red Terran Buddy playing for Clarity Gaming's A-Team, Alige.
We are pronouncing that right. I mean, it looks like
God
a
knows.
liege, right?
It looks like that works for me.
Yeah. Okay, well, apologies if we ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're announcing paper boat, right? But apologies if we pronounce the names wrong. But we do see standard openings, no early pool, and we won't really know what Elise is up to. He could be going for command center first. That is quite popular in this matchup nowadays. But I'm not sure about Belshire Vestige actually. But it looks like he's not going to be building a barracks quite yet, and he has the money for it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a command center first.
Yeah, you actually are seeing a lot more of those lately. I like the more economic-based Terran play, but sometimes it gets a little bit too greedy. I think you're seeing a lot more aggression out of Zergs, so you have to wonder, is a Liege gonna play this cautious, or is he just gonna go straight up balls to the wall, as much money as I can get?
I would really like to see a cat's proxy hatch. If I were to say I want to see one thing,
Dude, they work so well. You spread that creep tumor behind the mineral lines, throw down a spine crawler, send over some blings from home.
yeah,
Man, you can really time out a lot of cheesy stuff off that. I've got a lot of experience with that build.
yeah, it's really fun to do, and it's really effective actually. So it looks like he will be going for 3 hatch before pool, which is kind of interesting to see. He doesn't really have. Oh, look what we have here in the natural of Elise.
Yay!
Yeah, he's doing the proxy hatch. Oh wow, I am actually calling things right on
So
point today. So
that's what's up. So let me talk to the viewers here for a second. If you don't know what this is, think about it. Okay, so he's spreading creep to his opponent's base. That's going to force at least, some time for him to kill off that hatchery. Well, then it's going to take time for the creep to die naturally. Well, if you happen to drop a couple of creep tumors during that, then you're going to force a scan. If you can drop 2 and spread them apart, you can force 2 scans, which takes like extra 40 or 50 seconds for the Terran player. Then you can drop spine crawlers, bring in lings to delay that killing of the hatchery even longer. Basically, you make it so he can't mine from this forever. Now, this is a nice little SCV pull from Elise. He's handling this very, very well. He's even building this bunker so his Marines will be safe to really preemptively defend against speedlings, or, well, regular lings, rather, which is why we see Paperboat not really going for but 4 lings. He did make, the initial 4. You always make those 4. But now we want to see, is he going to go for the drone at this natural so that he can build a spine crawler? Probably not. He's also not building a queen. So this is basically just going to be the natural creep spread. Most people would look at this and be like, oh, he just spent 300 minerals and didn't kill anything. That's so bad. No, he delayed everything.
Yeah, this is actually really messing up Alicia's build because most Terrans actually like to get gas and go factory and start Hellion production right after that first barracks, but instead he's going to be putting down 3 barracks just to, well, 2 barracks to deal with it, and now he's dropping an additional one because he doesn't have any gas. So, I mean, it did force a bunker out, but bunkers are free, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, salvage.
Yeah. So we do have double queen on the way though.
It
So
says overlay still on.
yeah, I know it was like 2 minutes ago and I fixed it, but yeah, I screwed that up. But it's all good now. But we have the actually he's mining off of 2 geysers right now. 1 geyser actually. Actually no, back to 2. He does have a decent supply lead right now. I'm not exactly sure what he's going to be going for, but he's not getting a layer, he's not going for a roach warren. So this could be we'll have to see if he goes for link speed or not. Usually you do get the link speed to deal with reapers, but he's not going to be building any reapers. So he might just go straight to roaches to deal
Well,
with any hellions.
when he saw that it was CC first, he kind of realizes that the link speed isn't quite going to be necessary by this time in the game. He can use spine crawlers or roaches to defend it. So I think he feels completely safe going ahead and building that 3rd hatch. And this is excellent because really before getting any kind of gas income, I mean he's got 200 gas. That's all he's mined in 7 minutes. So before really hunkering down and getting that gas income, already getting 3 bases against a Terran, this is a beautiful situation for the Zergi.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see like what exactly he's going to be doing. It looks like he's going to be lifting up the factory and putting it on the reactor, or maybe no, he's not going to put it on the tech lab. He's going to put it on the reactor. This could either be Hellions or Widow Mines, and usually you don't see Hellions without Reaper support, but nope, there's Hellions. But
Hellion into Banshee, likely, you think?
um, nah, we would see a starport by now. He's only on 2 gas.
True.
He doesn't have the ones that is natural. He's probably going to be teching a lot. Not teching. He's going to be getting a lot of Marines and get out probably 4 to 6 Hellions and start Widow Mine production.
Do you think this is going to be that 2-2 timing around 1330? He's still got some time there if he wants to.
I think any timing attacks off of CC first would be heavily delayed because of that proxy hatch. I think that's actually what Paper Boom might have been going for.
It's
to try
possible,
to,
yeah.
Yeah. To
Huh.
stop that from happening. So that's actually really smart when I think about it, but it won't delay it by that much. Still
Right.
not getting link speed. It looks like he's going to be going for some sort of roach play. No baneling nest on the field, I don't believe.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because this is a style I love out of Zergs. There's a couple of different things he could do off roaches. He could do the real Nurchio based style, which would not include a +1 attack usually. Roach, Ling, into Infestor, into Ultralisks. But something else people have started doing a lot is Roach, Hydra, and Vipers, which seems to completely wreck Terran mech or bio. Doesn't even matter. Good clouds. That's all it really takes.
Yeah. And there are, just sort of F-off roaches everywhere, so those Hellions can't really do anything. And he did go into Widow Mine production. Looks like he will snipe this roach at the tower. Nope, not even going to try. Taking too much
Well,
damage.
they lose too many Hellions.
Yeah. Roaches
What-
are ridiculously good versus Hellions.
And let's even talk about something else about roaches, because there are players who would have sacrificed those Hellions. This is why it wouldn't be worth it. Roaches are only 75 minerals, 25 gas. The most expensive part of a roach is the overlord you had to build to make it.
Yeah.
So why kill a roach? It wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
Pretty good logic. I like the way Elige thought that out.
Yeah. And he actually sees an opening here. He's going to be going for an attack, and he's going Roach Hydra. I'm not sure if this is the best thing to deal with this, because the Hellions, if they get some good shots off on those Hydras, they're going to be roasting. He might just have to sack this 3rd. I think he might. And it looks like he's going to be stemming forward. He's going to be moving, and yep, he's going to sack the 3rd. Although he's still trying to fight, I'm not sure if this is the best idea. Yeah, he's going to be backing off now. Going to lose the 3rd, though, no doubt.
That is a devastating blow. In fact, Elige hitting a really good timing attack. I don't think our Zerg was prepared for this at all.
Oh,
Like,
the winter
this isn't-
mine.
It,
Oh, it didn't do anything. But he did get the 3rd, so.
Yeah, but take a look at something. That's a 0-0 timing attack out of our Terran. He literally just made units and A moved and was able to do that. That is completely devastating. What do you think Paper Boat could have done to have been more prepared for that?
I think he should have been scouting more. I think when he did the proxy hatch, he was like, okay,